Hi, everyone. It's me, number 10. The world before us. Scientists have uncovered evidence of the existence of an advanced civilization that lived in what is now Siberia more than 1 million years ago. The discovery was made by a team of researchers from all over the world who were studying ancient artifacts found at the Siberian site of Yana Sudar. The artifacts included stone tools, animal bones, and other objects that had been buried underground for thousands of years. Through careful excavation and analysis, the scientists were able to piece together the story of a sophisticated culture that thrived in Siberia during the Paleolithic era. One of the most interesting findings was the discovery of bone fragments that showed signs of butchery. This suggested that the people who lived in Siberia did not simply scavenge for food, but were actively hunting and butchering animals for sustenance. They also had a deep understanding of their environment and the resources available to them, as evidenced by the fact that they were able to sustain themselves for long periods of time. Additionally, the team discovered several pieces of artwork, including carvings of animals and geometric patterns. This suggests that the Siberian people had a rich culture and a deep appreciation for the world around them. They were able to create complex works of art that depicted the animals they hunted and the patterns in nature that they observed. Finally, the scientists uncovered evidence of a social structure. The artifacts found at the site suggest that the Siberian people lived in small groups, likely consisting of extended family members who worked together to hunt and gather food. They also had a system of beliefs and rituals, as evidenced by the discovery of animal bones that had been deliberately broken and arranged in certain patterns. All of these discoveries provide us with a glimpse into the lives of the people who lived in Siberia more than 1 million years ago. They suggest that these people were highly skilled hunters and gatherers with a deep understanding of their environment. They also had a rich culture and a complex social structure. These are all things that we typically associate with modern humans, yet they were present in Siberia more than 1 million years ago. It makes you wonder what other secrets of human history are hidden away in the ice, and what other secrets of life 1 million years ago our history hides. 9. What did the first humans look like? The first humans were not like us. We can tell this from fossil evidence that has been found in Africa and around the world. Some of the earliest human ancestors were small, no bigger than a chimpanzee, while others were tall and slender, almost like modern humans. Over time, humans have undergone significant changes in appearance and behavior. The oldest fossils of early humans date back to about 6 million years ago in Africa. These early humans were known as Australopithecines, and they had a number of distinct features. They had a large brain, a small face, and a body that was adapted for walking upright. However, they were still very ape-like in appearance and behavior. As time went on, new species of early humans emerged, such as Homo habilis and Homo erectus. These early humans had larger brains and more human-like features. They also developed the ability to use tools and fire, which helped them to survive in a variety of environments. It wasn't until about 200,000 years ago that Homo sapiens, or modern humans, appeared in Africa. Modern humans had even larger brains and more sophisticated features than previous species. They also had a more complex culture and were capable of abstract thought and language. So what did the first humans look like? Well, it depends on when you're talking about. If you're talking about the earliest human ancestors, then they were probably small and ape-like. But if you're talking about modern humans, then they were already much more similar to how we look today. Of course, we have evolved and changed over the past 200,000 years, but we are still much more similar to those early humans than we are to the apes. 8. Ancient caveman diet. The caveman diet is a way of eating that is based on the presumed eating habits of early humans or cavemen. This diet consists of foods that were likely available to early humans during the Stone Age, such as meat from wild animals, fish and seafood, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. The caveman diet is high in protein and fat and low in carbohydrates. This is because early humans would have obtained most of their calories from meat and fat rather than from carbohydrates such as grains and potatoes. Proponents of the caveman diet claim that it can help people lose weight, improve their health, and increase their energy levels. They argue that the modern diet, which is high in processed foods and sugar, is the cause of many of the health problems that plague modern humans. By eating a diet that is more similar to the diet of early humans, people can avoid these health problems and improve their overall well-being. However, there is little scientific evidence to support these claims. Most of the evidence comes from anecdotal reports and personal testimonials rather than from controlled studies. Additionally, the caveman diet is difficult to follow since it is not clear what exactly early humans ate. There are also concerns that the caveman diet may be too high in saturated fat and cholesterol, which can increase the risk of heart disease. Overall, the caveman diet is a popular but controversial way of eating. While it may have some benefits, there is little scientific evidence to support these claims, and it may not be suitable for everyone. As with any diet, it is important to consult with a healthcare professional before making any changes to your eating plan. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more videos like these. Number 7. First city. The first city is generally considered to be Eridu, located in what is now Iraq. Eridu was founded around 2600 BC in the region of Sumer. It is believed that the city was originally a small village, but it grew rapidly due to its strategic location on the banks of the Euphrates River. As the population grew, so did the complexity of the city. It eventually became a major religious and cultural center, as well as a hub for trade and commerce. The people of Eridu were among the first to develop a written language, which helped them to keep records and to communicate with other cities. They also developed a number of important inventions, such as the plow, the wheel, and the sailboat. These inventions helped to improve the quality of life for the people of Eridu, and they also spread to other cultures. Over the centuries, Eridu's power and influence waned, and it was eventually abandoned. However, its legacy as the first city continued to live on. The ancient Greeks believed that Eridu was the biblical Eden, and the Muslims believed that it was the site of the Garden of Eden. In recent years, archaeologists have made a number of important discoveries at the site of Eridu, including a number of ancient temples and a palace. These discoveries have helped to shed light on the history of the city and its people, and they have also provided valuable insights into the development of human civilization. Did you know that Eridu was the first city ever? Let me know in the comments below if you knew that already. And now But first, it's time for a quick break. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like these. Number 6. Pyramidal structures. Pyramids are ancient structures that have been built all over the world. They come in a variety of shapes and sizes, but they are all characterized by their massive size and their triangular shape. Pyramids were used for a variety of purposes, including as tombs for pharaohs, as temples, or as observatories. Some of the most famous pyramids in the world include the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt, the Pyramid of Kukulkan in Mexico, and the Red Pyramid of Karen in Sudan. Pyramids were typically constructed from stone blocks that were carefully cut and arranged in a particular order. The stones were often transported over long distances, and the construction of a pyramid could take many years to complete. The purpose of a pyramid varied depending on the culture that built it. In Egypt, for example, pyramids were often used as tombs for pharaohs. They were designed to be incredibly massive and durable so that they would last for thousands of years. In Mesoamerica, pyramids were often used as temples. They were typically smaller than Egyptian pyramids, and they had a stepped or terraced appearance. Pyramids continue to fascinate people today. They are a testament to the ingenuity and hard work of the people who built them, and they remain some of the most iconic structures in the world. Do you love pyramids? Let me know in the comments below. No. 5. Cave paintings. Cave paintings are a form of prehistoric art that was created by humans during the Stone Age. They are typically found in caves, and they depict a variety of subjects, including animals, plants, and human figures. Cave paintings are an important part of human history because they provide us with a glimpse into the minds of the people who created them. They allow us to see the world through their eyes and to understand their beliefs and way of life. Some of the most famous cave paintings are those found in Lascaux Cave in France. These paintings date back to around 15,000 years ago, and they depict a variety of animals, including horses, deer, and bison. Other famous cave paintings can be found in Altamira Cave in Spain and Chauvet Cave in France. Cave paintings were created using a variety of techniques. Artists would often mix pigments with water or animal fat to create paints. They would then use their hands, fingers, or simple tools to apply the paint to the cave walls. Some artists even used their own saliva to help bind the pigments to the rock surface. Cave paintings were likely created for a variety of reasons. Some may have been created for religious or spiritual purposes, while others may have been created for entertainment or to record events. Whatever their purpose, cave paintings are a remarkable feat of human creativity, and they continue to fascinate people today. Would you like to see a real cave painting? Let me know in the comments below. Note 4. Ancient burial grounds. Ancient burial grounds are places where the remains of people who lived in the distant past have been deposited. They provide valuable insights into the beliefs and practices of ancient cultures. One of the most famous ancient burial grounds is the Egyptian pyramids and tombs. The Egyptians kept their dead with great ceremony, and their burial grounds often included elaborate tombs filled with treasures and provisions for the afterlife. Other ancient burial grounds can be found throughout the world, such as the Neolithic burial mounds in Europe and the ancient burial grounds of Native American tribes in North America. Each burial ground is unique and provides valuable information about the people who lived there. For example, the burial mounds of the Native Americans often contained items that were important to the deceased, such as tools, weapons, and jewelry. These items can help archaeologists learn about the culture and economy of the tribe. Ancient burial grounds are also sometimes called sacred sites because they were often considered to be special places where the living could connect with the dead. People often visited these sites to pay their respects to their ancestors or to ask for their help and guidance. The study of ancient burial grounds is an important part of archaeology and anthropology. By learning about the beliefs and practices of ancient cultures, we can better understand the human condition and our place in the world. Have you ever visited an ancient burial ground? Let me know in the comments below. Number 3. Megalithic structures. Megalithic structures are large-scale stone constructions that were built by prehistoric cultures around the world. They are typically characterized by their massive size and their intricate construction. Some of the most famous megalithic structures include Stonehenge in England, the Pyramids of Giza in Egypt, and the Moai statues on Easter Island. These structures were constructed using large stones that were often transported over long distances and carefully arranged in a specific pattern. For example, Stonehenge is made up of hundreds of stones that were brought to the site from nearby hills and valleys. Megalithic structures served a variety of purposes, including as burial grounds, as temples, or as astronomical observatories. They were often built using a combination of dry stone masonry and other construction techniques, and they required a great deal of labor and skill to construct. These structures continue to fascinate people today because they are a testament to the ingenuity and hard work of the people who built them. They also provide us with a glimpse into the beliefs and culture of prehistoric societies. Do you love megalithic structures? Let me know in the comments below. Number 2. Ancient villages. Ancient villages are the remnants of settlements that were inhabited by humans in the distant past. They provide valuable insights into the way of life of ancient cultures and the evolution of human society. These settlements typically consisted of small groups of houses or other structures that were built close together. They often had features such as storage facilities, workshops, and communal spaces. Archaeologists have uncovered numerous ancient villages around the world, each offering a unique perspective on the history of human civilization. For example, the archaeological site of Jericho in the West Bank is one of the oldest known villages in the world. It was inhabited as early as 9000 BC, and it was home to some of the earliest known examples of agriculture. Other ancient villages can be found in various parts of the world, such as the Neolithic village of Skara Brae in Scotland and the ancient Greek village of Philippi in Bulgaria. These settlements provide archaeologists with a wealth of information about the daily life of ancient cultures. They allow us to study the types of houses that were built, the tools that were used, and the goods that were traded. They also provide us with clues about the social structure of ancient societies and their relationship to the environment. By exploring ancient villages, we can gain a deeper understanding of the origins of human civilization and the factors that shaped the course of history. Have you ever visited an ancient village? Let me know in the comments below. Number 1. Ancient DNA. Ancient DNA is genetic material that can be extracted from the remains of ancient organisms, such as bones, teeth, and preserved tissue. It is a valuable resource for scientists because it allows them to study the genetics of extinct species and populations that lived in the distant past. The process of extracting and analyzing ancient DNA is challenging because the genetic material is often fragmented and degraded. However, advances in technology have made it possible to study the DNA of ancient humans and other organisms that lived thousands of years ago. One of the most exciting discoveries made through the study of ancient DNA is the identification of Neanderthals as a distinct species of human. This finding overturned the prevailing belief that humans were the only surviving members of the genus Homo. Another important discovery made through the study of ancient DNA is the evidence of interbreeding between humans and other hominid species, such as Neanderthals and Denisovans. This evidence suggests that the human species is not a single, isolated lineage, but rather the product of multiple interbreeding events. The study of ancient DNA is also helping scientists to understand the origins and spread of modern humans. By analyzing the DNA of ancient human remains, researchers are able to trace the migration patterns and genetic makeup of our ancestors. This information is shedding light on the complex history of the human species and our place in the larger picture of life on Earth. What do you think of ancient DNA? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Which of these discoveries surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.